there. Welcome, my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus Sun. Welcome to your work, career, and vocation read for November and December 2020. I am your reader, marking the lines. Mal, for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Markangela Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Hey, hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My pleasure to be reading for you today. I'm actually going to take a couple of days off this week to drive up to Saratoga, see my parents, Zeus and Hera, I affectionately call them, because there is a new family member, a little flame point Himalayan kitten, my brother, essentially, because my mother got it, so it's my brother. It's just how it works. So I have to go up and meet the new member of the family and drive into Saratoga Springs and visit the Magic Moon and Veronica and the staff there. So leaving Thursday, up Friday, back on Saturday. Just a little quickie trip, socially distanced and all that jazz. So that's why we're doing the work, career, vocation reads. They're just simpler. They're easier to do. There's not as much editing involved. And I'm glad to do them, and they're fun. Gets us out of twin flame soulmate terrain for a while, thank God, right? So shall we? My subscribers, thank you so much for your love, your support, your likes, your comments, your shares, because this stuff's easier to share. It's work, career, vocation stuff than sometimes the twin flamey, soulmatey kind of reads that I do. So I really appreciate that. And if you are new to the channel, sincerely, from my heart to yours, if this reading clicks for you, just hit the thumbs up button. No one will know. You can hide those. People don't need to know what you like and don't like on YouTube. I know settings, right? And if you like me, if you like my style, if you like my sense of humor, even Geminis usually do, my communicative style of humor, then please do consider subscribing. I'm making my way to 30,000 subscribers so I can do the membership thing, right? The join button, private content for my subscribers and my members, just something I really want to do. Yeah, extended reads and all that. There was no extended for this one, but when I come back, we're starting the next extended reading. So here we go. Let's get up in this gig. It's 9 cards. 3 Carolyn Myss archetype cards, 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot, 3 Mythic Tarot, 1 each for your work, your career, your vocation, 3 levels of power: survival, internal hunger and thirst, passion, and spiritual calling. From the work of Carolyn Myss. I still have to find a link to put in the description box. I'll do that when this one's done, so that when these Aries, Taurus, and Gemini finally street, if you will, they will have that info in there. Eau de toilette, cologne, perfume. The physical world, the mental, emotional world, and the spiritual world, right? Your work, your career, your vocation. Work is what you do to survive, lower 3 chakras, right? Some people get paid for that, some people don't, right? Some people get paid for their career, like I do, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, as an intuitive and a healer and a teacher, right? Vocation, right, is that 8th chakra, that spiritual calling, and bring those into alignment. That's part of the divine plan, because they really do help each other out. They're really one thing, but it manifests in different levels. You'll see what I mean as I go. So let's get up in this gig. Focus on your breath. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Other than that, all the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom. Let's do this. Breathe. Yeah, I'm ready for this. I think you are too. All right, sit back, both feet on the floor. Here we go. It's a Gemini read, ground. Oh, that's why I'm wearing a brown shirt, aren't I? All right, please, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, tune into this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in their work, career, and vocation for November and December 2020, because these things often go slowly, work, career, and vocation. So please, 3 cards down, 1 for their work, lower 3 chakras, their survival stuff, right? How they're surviving in the world, their career, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, their personal world, the world behind their eyes, right? Their thoughts, their feelings, their choices, their inspirations, and their vocation, their spiritual calling, what their soul, what their higher self is sort of calling them forward to do. 8th chakra stuff. There we go. this November and December 2020. Let's look. Okay. So this is the second reading in a row. Taurus just had something similar, where the first card down, the work, right, the lower three chakras, the work world, the physical world is the eternal child, wounded child for the Taurus. So if you got Taurus placement, you want to have a looksy-dooksy there, because everybody has the child archetype. It's one of the 4 survival archetypes that everybody has. Another one is in here, but we'll get there. So there is something very survival oriented about this, both physically and mentally, emotionally. But let's get the parameters out of the way here. Shadow and light. And just like the Taurus, they're saying this may, for some of you, this is you. For some of you, you're dealing with an eternal child, which is like Peter Pan. The shadow attribute, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Now, I'm not getting that that's talking about somebody who is physically incapable of taking care of themselves. Like, I mean, for medical, physiological, whatever. Like, that's not what this is. If you are dealing with this with somebody else, this is somebody who really, there's an inability to grow up. There may be very much a desire to, but there is an inability to, at least at this time, an extreme dependency on others. Do you know what I mean? Like if this is a literal child, it's one thing, but I don't get that. Unless you're like in childcare, maybe. I don't know. I'm not getting that that's dominant. That might be true, but I don't think it's dominant for the reading. The light attribute, though, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Now, that's going to be very, very helpful in this time that we are in, considering how much lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions are coming up for purification on planet Earth right now. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on. That's interesting. It all connects. You got the Saboteur. Now don't freak out. Everybody's got the Saboteur, right? The child, the victim, the Saboteur, the prostitute. Archetypes are neutral. So as horrible as the name is, or as wonderful as the name is, it has another side of it. So let me read these. Everybody has this one. Remember, now this is heart, third eye, and crown. This is what's going on behind your eyes. The shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or desire to undermine others. The child archetype is the guardian of safety and innocence and responsibility. The Saboteur archetype is the guardian of decisions of empowerment and disempowerment. Right? So can you get the disempowerment there, right? Induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. And oftentimes it's subconscious. The light attribute, what I call the empower, because the saboteur, saboteur, it's a French word, it's a saboteur, type of shoe that you would throw into the machines during the Industrial Revolution, do sabotage, potage, mush. But the light attribute, I call the empower, right? Because it's about decisions of empowerment. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life, right? So when you're on that verge of sabotaging yourself, maybe a goal you set for yourself, maybe a vision, a dream that's part of your calling, which very well might be with what's on the table here, just know you don't have all the information maybe to make the best decisions right now, because it's a decision. There's a difference between a choice and a decision. When the Saboteur is involved, it's not about, I'll take coffee instead of tea today, right? It's not that. It's about life-changing stuff. It's about empowerment or disempowerment. What are your choices? Think throat chakra. Even if it's what you say or don't say, right? Do you tell someone, like when someone says, what do you think about this? And you're in the shadow, you're just like, well, I don't know why you bother doing that at all, right? Right? Just shoot their dreams, pop their bubble, right? But are you doing that to yourself? Because this is heart, third eye, and crown stuff. Instead, can you get like, no, it's very highlighted. I'm afraid of the challenges that if I make this decision that I'm going to really have to step up to the plate. And that would make sense if you're dealing with the eternal child. See what I'm saying? We all go through this though. Like, I don't think this is sign sensitive, right? Like, I think everybody has to go through this process because this is so great. You've got the detective archetype in your vocation. My God, you're following a mystery, right? I'm a mystic, so I'm familiar with the detective archetype. And you know what? As a kid, my parents could never hide shit from me. Sooner or later, I always find out the truth. It's just how it is, right? Now, the shadow side of this really is the snoop or the spy, voyeurism, falsifying information, right? So not just scoping and probing, but writing shit down incorrectly, putting your thumb on the scale of the info. Not great. Now, this is 8th chakra. I'll put it in that context in a minute. But the light attribute, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Boom! That's an 8th chakra thing. To see the truth from the 8th chakra point of view, it transcends belief. It is visionary intuition. There are 3 levels of power. I'm teaching about this tonight. You know, I'm doing a Facebook messenger classes in a private Facebook group, not the Markangelo Lyons Mal for short Facebook group, but it's called Mal's Workshop. And you pay me, I'd let you into the group. When we start, we see each other. It's really, really cool. But the 3 levels of intuition, you have survival intuition, you have creative intuition, you have visionary intuition. So to really, this desire to see the truth, like great powers of observation, can you observe and intuit from the point of view of your soul, your higher self, your guides, right? Can you see it from there? You're following clues. You're totally following clues. Because I don't get the voyeurism aspect of that, not in the 8th chakra. Right? I'm going to use my 8th chakra and see what other people do. Oh, look, they're in the shower. No, I'm not getting that. Although you are a Gemini. Put anything past fucking Geminis, you all need supervision. Let's keep going. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. What's going on inside of you? Let's see. I'm like on the edge of my seat for you all. Jeez, breathe. Yes, my goddesses of air and the sign of Gemini, please. I need 3 cards. I'll take them face down. 2, 4. This Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in their work, career, vocation, November and December 2020. Please, they've got the child, the eternal child archetype here in their position of work, lower 3 chakras. That could be them, someone else's situation. I get archetypes can play themselves out symbolically because it's the language. So what's going on inside of them for that? What's going on in how they're experiencing it, like in their career? They've got the Saboteur. Now we've got a child and a Saboteur here. These are both survival archetypes, so there might very well be skin of the teeth kind of vibe here, right? So definitely one would sense that to alchemize the Saboteur into the Empowerer, right? So what's going on inside of these Geminis here? Heart, throat, third eye, crown. Nope. No. Yep, that's the one. Nope. No. The Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, November, December 2020. There we go. Wanted 1 card. They kept giving me 2 and 3. And my goddesses, my beloveds, please, 1 card of clarity for that detective archetype that they've got, right? That 8th chakra, scoping and probing, but really from a place of 5th dimensional unity consciousness going on here. Please, what's their interior experience with that work, career, vocation? November, December 2020. Let's find out. Oh, okay, lovely. Got the Sun card, right? So the eternal child, right? The eternal child. That feels really good. That feels like the alchemy may not just be underway, but at least for now, done, right? So we're really looking at determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. This is fresh eyes. This is the light coming through clearly. This is about happiness. This is about life force. This is about feeling vital. A child on a sunny day, right? An eternal child on a sunny day. It doesn't matter what your age is on this. If this is you or you're dealing with that with somebody else, but I hope it's you, my gems, because you're truly outrageous. Truly outrageous. The Saboteur's got the 6 of Flames. I like it. Not the victory card in this deck, though 6 of Wands is usually called that. That's the 7 of Flames in this deck. This is the card play. Bastet, one of my one of my goddesses outside of the Greek pantheon. I am an eclectic, who I've had a very long-term relationship with, fun and play and a bit of flirty. Now, how that plays out with the Saboteur literally plays out. Like, what are you playing at, right? There's a balance of fire here, right? Sixes are about balance and harmony. That you can play this in a way that very much empowers you. In fact, this could be fun, right? I mean, I'm going to say, just looking at these two, and this isn't past, present, future. This is all holographic now, kind of sort of for the 2 months. The Sun card in play? No, this feels lovely. Good, I'm glad. I was a little concerned, you know, survival archetypes going on here, but then there's a real foundational transformation happening, or at least growth. Right? Victory, if you want to see it that way, but it's more that fun, playful, like turning cartwheels and moving forward in balance. Balance, not I am. Balance. And with the Detective in the 8th chakra, you got the Hanged Man reversal in this deck, right? Seeing things differently. Letting go of perhaps old perceptions that may have been false. Now, I will say, what does change this, because of the reversal card, is that you might have gotten information that may have served a purpose but no longer serves, or was false to begin with, right? And it might have been spiritual information. Look, a lot of spiritual knowledge, it's born bright and shiny and sparkly, and then over the decades, the centuries, the millennia, it gets distorted, right? Just like from Aramaic to Greek to Latin to English, like just that, right? You know what I mean? It's just a game of telephone and editing and councils like erasing shit. It's okay. It's okay, but there might be a real spiritual surrender here to the mystery and say, all right, I'll be your Poirot, I'll be your Miss Marple, right? So to the divine, if I got to do this, but I'm going to go with the flow. This is not an inactive card in this sense. This is saying it's active surrender. Saying, all right, then show me the clues, I'll do my best, right? And playfully, I mean, this is a really cool reading. I mean, 2 major arcana cards out of 3. Well, let's see. What does this look like on the outside? It's definitely inside makes sense. And that child inside of you to see things with fresh eyes in the physical world, that's invaluable. All right, let's do this. The Mythic Tarot. I'm in. I don't know how many planets in Gemini. I'm so in for you guys. You gems. Follow me on Twitter. Let's not. Nice deep breath, please. Okay. Game. Nice deep breath, please. Yeah. The gods of air and Gemini. Hermes in particular. Staring at the back of my head back there. Please, my beloved gods of air. The sign of Gemini. And of course, Hermes, thrice born. 3 cards, thrice born, please, for this Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in their work, career, vocation, November and December 2020. So you might want to go back and look at, October, November reads. Please, 3 cards down. What's going on the outside here? You got the Eternal Child with the Sun card. We've got the Saboteur with play going on the inside. It's like there might be some risk here, some real life decision-making moments here going on, but it's just powered, because if that eternal child is really feeling that joy and that happiness, then the Saboteur can make more empowering decisions with more fire and more balance and more light and more joy. I mean, your choices, the seeds you make are sown with the energy and the vibe that's with them. This is really good. I should feel that. So please, for their vocation, they've got the Detective, right? With the Hanged Man, that reversal. And I really feel it's about not just surrendering a point of view and seeing things differently, but really like saying, all right, whatever you want to do, have your way with me in a way, in a divine sense, right? It's a difference between spiritual and divine. There just is. Oh, well, okay. No immediate movement going on here, except I will say that you've got the Eternal Child with the Sun, as we said, and in the outside, things are stable, long-term, or at least the potential for that, right? To say that, well, okay, 10th house, Capricorn, right? The King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. slow and steady wins the race, but it's something that's durable, right? It's like Capricorn, Cardinal, Earth, it's the mountain. It's going to take a really long time for that to wear down, right? And just like a mountain goat, oh yeah, mountain goat, yeah, you're going to one hoof at a time, right? You will get there, but this is fun and there's clarity to it. And that child, if this is you as the eternal child, then there's a lot of stability and wealth, and it just may not all be showing up right now. It depends on what you're doing for survival in the world. Now, do keep in mind, so many artists' career, wait tables, or at least used to, work, right? So there's something here that you can bring your light to, because the light is the sun inside. It's your own internal sun shining outward. So that's interesting. The Saboteur, with the card of play, Bastet, you've got the Two of Swords. So there's still a little bit of a stalemate here. And I think that is a good word, because you're a Gemini and you're of two minds of this, right? So even though it is such a playful thing, you're playing with your options, but whoa, but what if your options are to empower or disempower, to be courageous or cowardly, right? Because this is a play card, and this is the Saboteur, right? Are you going to Wile E. Coyote yourself, or are you going to take the hero's journey? It's up to you. I mean, that really says on the outside, and it might be about a crossroads situation. Two Swords. All right, let's move on. This detective with the Hanged Man, you've got the Page of Pentacles, which I feel is a ripe opportunity in the non-physical, will make its way down from the 8th chakra, right? Into the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart. And you're gonna play with it. You're gonna really keep it in the personal laboratory, so to speak, right? Maybe not telling everybody, although you're a Gemini, eventually you probably will, right? But with that Two of Swords on the outside, it's like, I don't know. Not indecision, but not enough information, or really at that sense of being at a crossroads where analysis is necessary, right? More information needed. Yeah, to make a wise, loving, right? A wise, loving, empowered choice, decision with the Saboteur about empowering yourself and maybe not sabotaging someone or something else. That's it's a Two of Swords. It cuts both ways. One or the other you get to choose, though. That feels like that's in your power. And then, of course, there's this happiness and this potential for something long-term and stable. In terms of work, this feels really, really good. And it feels something that, if you are the eternal child, is going to reinvigorate you, right? So you got to follow the clues and just surrender and say, I don't know where we're going, but we're going. We're going to, right, if you're in a fast-moving river, like she's hanging over, well, let's say she falls in. Well, let's say it gets really, really strong and really, really fast. Well, your better bet is just kind of lay on your back, cross your arms over you, and see where it takes you, right? That's very much another way of looking at this. I'm going to go with the flow, even though I don't know where I'm going, but there is a solid seed opportunity here, ready to incarnate. You may not see it all. You may have to surrender to that. And I have no idea, but it's coming because I'm feeling it, right? Your intuitive field, your personal, right? You've got survival intuition, creative intuition, visionary intuition. Your visionary intuition might need a little tweaking, right? A little time, a little surrender, a little let go, let God, let go, let Goddess. Your creative intuition, see, I do this for clients all the time. Really, it's playful. You got a lot to play with, but you just don't know which direction to go just yet on this one. The mind is playing with it. But in terms of your survival intuition in the physical world, King of Pentacles with the Sun and the Eternal Child, trust that child. Like, if it doesn't feel safe, listen to it, but also determined to see things through fresh eyes, right? To remain young in body and mind, ability to see things with fresh eyes. It's really a lovely reading. So, may the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in their work, their career, their vocation, to serve, to heal, to grow, to learn, to participate, to create, to manifest their golden timeline. the manifestation of their soul's high wisdom and reality as the golden timeline for their well-being and for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Yes, yes, my Geminis, what a pleasure, what an honor to read for you. Again, if this clicked for you, put the thumbs up for me, will you? And if you like my style, I mean, it's a little toned down today. It's work, career, vocation. I've got to travel this week. But if you like the way I work, do you like the way I work, Gem? Then please subscribe to the channel, share, comment, notification bell, all those YouTube-y things. Otherwise, wishing you a lovely November and December in your work, career, and vocation life, my darling air signs. Hail. Farewell. Blessed, blessed be.